Hershey has been one of the worst performing stocks in the last year. It took a 35% hit from the highs in the middle of the summer in 2023. In this video, I'm going to be talking about why things might be changing from a technical perspective, just going off the chart, and why it could possibly be building a base and about to be springing into its next move. So, actually, before I get into Hershey, I want to show a very similar stock, just from a technical point of view. This is General Mills. Both General Mills and Hershey, since May 2023, had these giant declines where they took out really all of these local lows, just ripping through all the lows. These were all the draws on liquidity, right? They were being targeted, and they kept being targeted. You saw no relief this entire time, no relief at all. Then finally, once you took out this low, you got to a point where you're like, well, there's only so many more lows, and now they're starting to get to be these highs that it can take out, right? So starts to build out a base. And then you can see that the final move down, the final manipulation move down, you can see that once it started reacting off of this and getting a positive validation, right? It really started to get moving, and that's when it really started to take out all these highs, right? And it's still in process of taking out all those highs. So now, if I apply this same thing to Hershey, like very, very similar chart, right? Took out all of these lows. I'm not going to draw the lines, but you know what I'm talking about. Took out all these lows, just ripped through all of them, right? And then it gets to a point where it's like, well, there's only so many more lows to take out. They're all the way down there. Might as well start taking out highs. And so you get a similar thing where if I measure the midpoint, the final move down, and maybe it'd be better to start with this one. Yeah. Midpoint of the final move down. If I line that up right, look at how that perfectly reacted off of that. In the last 3 days, it's reacted off of that, and it's continuing to go up. So I think, maybe it's not going to be instantly, but very possibly it could be very soon where you see this change in momentum now that it's reacted off of this midpoint, right, where it just starts ripping through all of these highs, like that, right? These, where you get this change in momentum where it takes out all these highs, and in the medium term, 222 would be a target that makes sense, I think. Because it's a target like that makes sense. That's slightly past the high. Because eventually it could go up to 250, but like there's not a lot of in between highs. So you might get a run up to 220, slight pullback, who knows how far, and then eventually 250. But in the short term, the reason I'm making this video is this reaction off this mean threshold could serve as a platform for it to run to 220 in the short term, especially with earnings, with pre-earnings. So yeah, with that, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.